O Allah, we call upon you and we praise you. O Allah, we call upon you and we thank you. O Allah, we call upon you and we glorify you. O Allah, we call upon you and we implore you. O Allah, we thank you for sending us this Qur'an. We thank you for revealing this Qur'an. O Allah, we thank you for blessing us with this religion of Islam. O Allah, we praise you for sending us a messenger in Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. O Allah, we ask you to send your peace and blessings upon him. Ya Allah, send your peace and blessings upon him. Let the reward of every Muslim go towards him. Ya Allah, we thank you for giving us purpose. We thank you for giving us meaning. Ya Allah, in a world where people are lost, in a world where people are astray, in a world where people are looking for answers, Ya Allah, we praise you for sending us the Qur'an. We praise you for sending us the answer. We praise you, Ya Allah, for sending us this Qur'an as a guide. We ask you, O Allah, to bless us with the Qur'an. We ask you, O Allah, to raise us with the Qur'an. We ask you, O Allah, to preserve us with the Qur'an. We ask you, O Allah, to cure us with the Qur'an. We ask you, O Allah, to preserve our children with the Qur'an. We ask you, O Allah, to preserve our communities with the Qur'an. We ask you, O Allah, to give us victory with the Qur'an. We ask you, O Allah, that as so many things have happened in the world that have brought so much more meaning to some of these verses, Ya Allah, we ask you to allow us to manifest the Qur'an. Ya Allah, we ask you to make us people of Qur'an. Ya Allah, as we have seen in these last 2 years in the people of Gaza, an example of so many of these ayat of the Qur'an, Ya Allah, let us be an example of these ayat of the Qur'an. Ya Allah, the ayat that describe the people of virtue, not the ones that describe the people of evil, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, the ayat that describe the people of truthfulness, not the people of hypocrisy, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, the ayat that describe the people who are seeking you, not the people that are falling into the footsteps of shaitan, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, the ayat that describe the believers, not the disbelievers, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, the ayat that describe the righteous, not the wicked, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, you say in this book, فَرِيقٌ فِي الْجَنَّةِ وَفَرِيقٌ فِي السَّعِيرِ, a group in Jannah and a group in hellfire. Ya Allah, make us from the people of Jannah. Ya Allah, make us from the people of Jannah. Ya Allah, make us from the people of Jannah. Ya Allah, bless us with every single letter of the Qur'an we have recited. Ya Allah, raise us with every single letter of the Qur'an we have recited. Ya Allah, do not make us amongst those who abandon the Qur'an, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, do not make us amongst those who forsake the Qur'an, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, do not make us amongst those who believe in one part and disbelieve in another part, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, do not make us amongst those who recite it with their tongues but it doesn't go to their hearts or their actions, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, do not make us amongst those that are deluded or led astray by what we think is an application of the Qur'an but is in fact rejection of it, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, do not make us amongst those that our Prophet ﷺ complains against on the Day of Judgment. Ya Allah, do not make us amongst those that our Prophet ﷺ complains against on the Day of Judgment. Ya Allah, do not make us amongst those about whom the Prophet ﷺ complains about on the Day of Judgment. Ya Allah, make us amongst those that deeply recite the Qur'an, that absorb the Qur'an, whose hearts are transformed by the Qur'an. Ya Allah, every single good quality in the Qur'an, Ya Allah, we ask you to unlock that quality for us, Ya Allah. And Ya Allah, every single evil quality that you've highlighted in the Qur'an, we ask you, O Allah, to grant us the ability to avoid it, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, every single group of believers with perseverance that you've described, Ya Allah, we ask you to make us like them, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, every single group of believers that you've described, from those that were in the battle of Badr to those that were Ashab al-Ukhdud, the people of the ditch, those that had victory in this life and those that had victory through their martyrdom. Ya Allah, join us with them, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, make us like those people, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, make us with those people, Ya Allah. And Ya Allah, when we read the ayat about the Fir'aun and the hypocrites and Abu Lahab and all of those that rejected the prophets and rejected our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ya Allah, remove those qualities from us, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, remove those qualities from us, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, do not let us manifest even any single bit of those qualities, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, purify us from those diseases, Ya Allah. Purify us from those qualities, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, do not let us be joined with the tyrants and the transgressors, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, protect us from being like them, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we ask you to make us amongst those who are crowned with the Qur'an on the Day of Judgment. Ya Allah, crown us with the Qur'an on the Day of Judgment. Ya Allah, let the Qur'an be our protector here and in our graves, and let it be with us to elevate us on the Day of Judgment, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, make it our consistent companion, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, make it our consistent companion, Ya Allah. Ya Muqallib al-Qulub, thabbit qulubana ala dinik. O turner of hearts, make our heart firm on this deen. O Allah, make us consistent upon this deen. O Allah, make us consistent with this Qur'an. O Allah, make us consistent with the Sunnah of our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. O Allah, make us a people who are planted firm upon your path, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, allow us to face any obstacle, anything that challenges us in regards to our deen. Ya Allah, we ask you to strengthen us with the Qur'an. Ya Allah, we ask you to strengthen us with the examples of the people of the Qur'an. And we ask you to make us the people of the Qur'an, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, as we face difficult times as an ummah, Ya Allah, we ask you to pour upon us patience, to plant our feet firm, and to grant us victory over a disbelieving people, Ya Rabbil Alameen. رَبَّنَا أَفْرِغْ عَلَيْنَا صَبْرًا وَثَبِّتْ أَقْدَامَنَا وَانصُرْنَا عَلَى الْقَوْمِ الْكَافِرِينَ. Oh Allah, we ask you to plant our feet firm. Ya Allah, as our enemies gloat, as our enemies seek to intimidate us, Ya Allah, we ask you to plant our feet firm with the Qur'an. We ask you to fill our hearts with the Qur'an. We ask you, O Allah, to make our tongues move freely with the Qur'an. We ask you, O Allah, that when they try to give us fear, that we feel no fear in their face, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, we ask you to grant us sincerity and courage. We ask you to grant us sincerity and courage. We ask you to grant us guidance and righteousness. Ya Allah, do not let us be afraid of anyone but you, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, remove from us the fear of anyone but you, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, remove from us the fear of anyone but you, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Aziz, remove from us the fear of anyone but you, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, make us strong, make us sincere. Ya Allah, put us on the path of the righteous, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, guide us to the path of righteousness, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, remove from us the sins that pollute our hearts, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, remove from us the sins that shackle our hearts, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, remove from us the sins that cause our du'as to be deflated, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, remove from us the sins that don't allow us to absorb the meanings of the Qur'an, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, remove from us the sins that don't allow us to properly connect to you, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, remove from us the shackles of those sins that keep us seeking that which is lower when you offer us that which is higher, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, remove from us those sins that are public and private. Ya Allah, remove from us those sins that are major and minor. Ya Allah, remove from us our past sins, our previous sins, our future sins, our present sins. Ya Allah, we ask you to forgive us for all of our sins, Ya Rabbil Alameen. اللهم إنك عفو تحب العفو فاعف عنا 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 اللهم إنك عفو تحب العفو فاعف عنا. Oh Allah, you love to forgive. You are al-afu. You love to forgive. Ya Allah, as much as we strive, sometimes we fall short. Ya Allah, forgive us for all of our shortcomings, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, every single sin that we have committed up until this point, we ask you, O Allah, to make it disappear. We ask you, O Allah, to remove it from our records. We ask you, O Allah, to remove its effect, not because we deserve it, but because you are merciful, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Not because we earned it, but because it is in your mercy, Ya Allah. Not because we did anything, Ya Allah, to deserve that opportunity, but Ya Allah, you love to pardon. You love to forgive. Ya Allah, let every single one of us be completely purified from their sins, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, make us like the day that our mothers gave birth to us, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, preserve for us only our good and forgive us for our sins, Ya Rabbil Alameen. And Ya Allah, grant us the steadfastness to stay away from those sins after Ramadan, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, do not let those sins return to us after Ramadan, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, there are those sins that we promise that we'll quit, and Ya Allah, we go back to them. Ya Allah, forgive us for the times that we go back to them and grant us the strength to never return to them, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, grant us the strength to never return to them, Ya Rabbil Alameen. And Ya Allah, when the shaitan tries to cause us despair, Ya Allah, connect us to that hope in you, Ya Rabbil Alameen. That hope in you, Ya Rabbil Alameen, that you forgive, that you remove the effect, that you put us on a better path when we seek it. Ya Allah, make us amongst those who you say, وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا لَنَهْدِيَنَّهُمْ سُبُلَنَا. Ya Allah, make us amongst those that strive in your way and are guided to your ways, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, make us amongst those that strive in your path and are guided to your ways, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, unlock for us the virtue of Qiyamul Layl. Ya Allah, unlock for us the virtue of Tahajjud. Ya Allah, make us consistent with our salawat. Ya Allah, make us consistent with the obligatory and with the voluntary, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, put in our hearts the love of waking up at night and calling upon you throughout the year, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, make us amongst the dhakireen Allah kathiran wa dhakirat, those who remember you frequently from the men and the women. Ya Allah, make us a people who willingly give of their charity, of their wealth towards charity. Ya Allah, make us amongst those who don't find value in these material things, but instead find value in your reward. Ya Allah, inspire us towards every khair. Ya Allah, inspire us towards every good. Ya Allah, inspire us towards every good. And Ya Allah, protect us from every evil. Ya Allah, protect us from every evil. Ya Allah, protect us from every evil. Ya Allah, we ask you to have mercy and forgive our parents. Allahumma ighfir li walidina. Rabbi irhamhuma kama rabbuna sighara. Oh Allah, forgive our parents. Oh Allah, have mercy on our parents. Oh Allah, let our parents get the reward of every good that we do, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Whether we remember or we forget, Ya Allah, give them a share of our good, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, whenever we forget, Ya Allah, you write it down for them, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, let whatever good we do be credit to our parents, Ya Rabbil Alameen. And forgive us for our sins, Ya Rabbil Alameen. And don't let us be ashamed with our parents. Don't let us be ashamed with our parents, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, remove from us the sins that would cause us shame with our parents, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, remove from us the sins that would cause us shame with our parents, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, have mercy on our deceased parents. Ya Allah, raise their degree. Ya Allah, as they're not here to worship you in these nights, Ya Allah, count our worship for them, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, count our worship for them. Ya Allah, count our recitation of the Qur'an for them. Ya Allah, count every single dollar of sadaqah we give for them. Ya Allah, and for our parents that are alive, Ya Allah, preserve them and count our deeds for them, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, forgive them for their shortcomings and forgive us for our shortcomings. And do not let our shortcomings stop us from properly obeying them, Ya Rabbil Alameen, and honoring them, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, we ask you to forgive them. We ask you to preserve them. We ask you to have mercy upon them. We ask you to honor them, Ya Rabbil Alameen. And Ya Allah, we ask you, رَبَّنَا هَبْ لَنَا مِنْ أَزْوَاجِنَا وَذُرِّيَّاتِنَا قُرَّةَ أَعْيُنٍ وَاجْعَلْنَا لِلْمُتَّقِينَ إِمَامًا. Ya Allah, grant us from our spouses and offspring the coolness of our eyes and make them leaders for the muttaqeen, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, we ask you to preserve our children. Ya Allah, keep our children steadfast. Ya Allah, keep them upon Islam. Ya Allah, do not let our children sway away from Islam. Ya Allah, what sweetness is there in a child that doesn't join you in Jannah? Ya Allah, we ask you to make our children better than us, Ya Rabbil Alameen. We ask you to keep them firm on the deen, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, let them love the deen, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, let them love the masjid. Ya Allah, let them love the Qur'an. Ya Allah, let them love your Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ya Allah, make them firm in the face of every evil, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, do not let them be a people that compromise their deen. Ya Allah, let them carry the light of Islam to the next generation. Ya Allah, keep them firm on the deen and let them carry it to the next generation, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, protect our youth. Ya Allah, protect our youth. Do not let them fall to the desires and do not let them fall to the despair and do not let them be intimidated from their deen. Allahumma thabbithum. Allahumma thabbithum. Allahumma thabbithum. Ya Allah, grant them firmness. Ya Allah, grant them firmness. Ya Allah, grant them firmness. Ya Allah, we ask you that for everyone that is trying to find a righteous spouse, Ya Allah, we ask you to grant them a righteous spouse. Ya Allah, we ask you to grant them a righteous spouse. Ya Allah, we ask you to facilitate for those that are searching, Ya Allah, a righteous spouse, Ya Rabbil Alameen. And Ya Allah, we ask you to stabilize and restore and fix the marriages of those who are married, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, keep the shaitan far away from them and keep them upon that which is pleasing to you, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, write them amongst those that are pleasing to you, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, keep their families together. Ya Allah, keep their families together. Ya Allah, keep their families together. And protect them from the evils that corrupt their families, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, we ask you to make it easy for all of those that are struggling to have children, Ya Rabbil Alameen. We ask you, Ya Allah, to grant them righteous offspring, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, grant them righteous, healthy offspring, Ya Rabbil Alameen. And Ya Allah, for anyone that's been tested in any of these regards, we ask you, Ya Allah, to grant them contentment, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Grant them tranquility, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, we ask you to grant us all contentment and tranquility, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, make us amongst those that are pleased with your decree, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, make us amongst those that worship you with no condition, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Make us amongst those that never despair in their du'as, Ya Rabbil Alameen. And Ya Allah, for those that are financially in need, Ya Allah, we ask you to make it easy for them, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, provide for them halal rizq, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, and for those that are sick, we ask you to cure them, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, grant them a cure from you, Ya Rabbil Alameen. And Ya Allah, we call upon you in regards to our oppressed brothers and sisters. Ya Allah, we call upon you in regards to our oppressed brothers and sisters. Ya Allah, we call upon you in regards to our ummah in Gaza. Ya Allah, we call upon you in regards to our ummah in Palestine. Ya Allah, we call upon you and we entrust to you their elders and their children. We entrust to you their men and their women. Ya Allah, we call upon you for our brothers and sisters that are guarding Al-Aqsa, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, protect them and give them victory, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, protect them and give them victory, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, protect them and give them victory, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, we've seen them bury their children. We've seen them hold their children. We've seen them starved. We've seen them devastated. And this ummah has not been able to do for them. Ya Rabbil Alameen. We seek your power, Ya Allah. We seek your victory, Ya Allah. We seek your protection, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, where we have failed them, we ask you, Ya Allah, to uplift them, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, where they have been betrayed by others, Ya Allah, we ask you to uplift them, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, where they have been cut off, we ask you to sustain them, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Aziz, Ya Aziz, Ya Aziz. We ask you, Ya Allah, because we trust only you, Ya Allah. We trust you, only you, Ya Allah, for our brothers and sisters. Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, for all of those parents who have lost their children, Ya Rabbil Alameen, comfort them, Ya Rabbil Alameen, with the full reward. Ya Allah, for all of those parents that have been through that nightmare of having to bury their children in pieces, Ya Allah, we ask you to comfort them, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, we ask you to grant them their full reward, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, we ask you to grant them their full reward, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, we ask you to grant them their full reward, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, we ask you to care for their children, to put their children under the care of Ibrahim alayhi salam. Ya Allah, we ask you to let their children feel no more pain. Ya Allah, we ask you to comfort those parents with that knowledge, Ya Rabbil Alameen. And Ya Allah, for those children that have lost their parents, Ya Allah, we ask you, Ya Allah, to put in their lives rahmah and sakina, mercy and tranquility, and Ya Allah, to comfort them and to entrust those who are worthy with their care, Ya Rabbil Alameen. And we ask you, O Allah, to allow them to not live in this life completely devastated. Ya Allah, we ask you that from you, you give them happiness. From you, you give them joy. From you, you give them the perspective and the perseverance to continue, Ya Rabbil Alameen. We ask you, O Allah, to raise them upon righteousness. We ask you, O Allah, to raise them upon righteousness. And Ya Allah, we ask you to join all of our shuhada, to join all of them together with our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We ask you, O Allah, that where they were failed, that where they were let down here, Ya Allah, we ask you, Ya Allah, to allow them to be embraced by the best of your creation, Ya Rabbil Alameen. We ask you, O Allah, to grant victory to the oppressed, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, show us a miracle in regards to our brothers and sisters in Palestine. Ya Allah, show us a miracle in regards to our brothers and sisters in Palestine. Ya Allah, our enemies are gloating. Ya Allah, Ya Jabbar, we ask you to make an example out of our enemies, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Jabbar, our enemies are gloating. We ask you, O Allah, to make an example of them, Ya Rabbil Alameen. And we ask you, O Allah, to show us a miracle in regards to our brothers and sisters that are suffering, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, Ya Allah. And for those that were murdered, from the journalists, from Hussam, from Muhammad, from Hamza, from Ismail, Ya Allah, we ask you that as they tried to cause the world to witness the pain and the suffering, Ya Allah, we allow you to let them witness your glory and your reward now, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, forgive us for our shortcoming in regards to our brothers and sisters. Ya Allah, do not let them complain about us, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, guide us to the ways that we can support them, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, do not let us be on the opposing side of them on the Day of Judgment, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, show us the ways that we can stand for them, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, we call upon you for our brothers and sisters in the Sudan. Ya Allah, for all the crimes that have been committed against them. Ya Allah, for all of the suffering that they've been through. Ya Allah, we ask you to comfort them. We ask you to bring them joy. We ask you to restore their dignity. Ya Allah, for our ummah all over the world. Ya Rabbil Alameen, those that we see and those that we don't see. The oppressed that we see and the oppressed that we don't see. Ya Allah, we call upon you to restore their dignity. Ya Allah, we call upon you and we invoke you. Ya Allah, when we feel powerless, we know that you are Al-Qadir, that you are the one who is full of power. Ya Rabbil Alameen, show us a miracle in regards to them, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, give victory to our ummah, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, guide our ummah back to you, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, forgive this ummah, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, protect this ummah, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, preserve this ummah upon the way of your Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Ya Allah, we call upon you for our brothers and sisters that are being targeted in this country. We call upon you for Mahmoud, Khalil, for Rumaysa, for these young people, Ya Allah, that stood for your cause. Ya Allah, we ask you to protect them, Ya Rabbil Alameen. We ask you to free them, Ya Rabbil Alameen. We ask you to protect this community, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, do not let us succumb to cowardice, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, do not let us succumb to fear. Ya Allah, inspire us with strength and sincerity. Guide our community to keep striving for righteousness and protect us from this evil, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, reunite them with their families, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, protect those who are being intimidated, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, protect those who are being abducted, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, we call you in complete incapacity in regards to our sister Afia. Ya Allah, free her, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, we have not forgotten her. Ya Allah, free her, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, we call you feeling incapacity with our brother Imam Jamil al-Amin. Ya Allah, we ask you to cure him and to free him, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, we call you and we haven't forgotten our brothers Ghassan and Shukri. Ya Allah, we ask you to free them, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, all of those that have been targeted, Ya Allah, all of those that have been falsely imprisoned, Ya Allah, we ask you to clear their name and to reunite them with their families, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, and guide us towards the efforts to support them, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Guide us towards that which is best, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, grant us the strength, grant us the sincerity, grant us the courage that is necessary. Ya Allah, inspire us through this Qur'an to keep on that which is pleasing to you, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Guide us to that which is pleasing to you, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, forgive us for our incapacity. Ya Allah, forgive us for our incapacity. Ya Allah, forgive us for our incapacity. Ya Allah, as this month of Ramadan starts to come to an end, Ya Allah, make us amongst those who are forgiven. Make us amongst those who are pleasing to you. Ya Allah, for all of those that passed away, Ya Allah, have mercy on them, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, have mercy on our loved ones, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, have mercy on our loved ones, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, for all of the grudges, for all of the disunity, for all of the broken relationships in our community, Ya Allah, heal those wounds, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, bring our community together, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, unite our ummah, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, heal our hearts in regards to one another, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, unite our ranks, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, unite our efforts, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, make us the most capable of ummah, Ya Rabbil Alameen. And Ya Allah, this next Ramadan, Ya Allah, allow us to pray in Masjid al-Aqsa, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, allow us to see its freedom, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, that is not difficult for you. Ya Allah, we believe in your promise. Ya Allah, allow us to pray in al-Aqsa while it's free, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, liberate al-Aqsa and make us amongst those who are part of its liberation, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, liberate Al-Aqsa from the occupation and make us amongst those who are part of its liberation, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, pour upon us patience. Pour upon us patience. Pour upon us steadfastness. Fill our hearts with the Qur'an. Redirect our priorities. Make us amongst those that are pleasing to you. Forgive us for our sins. Remove us from the distractions. Do not make us amongst those who you say, Alhaakum takathur, who are distracted. Ya Allah, we call upon you in dedication. We call upon you in devotion. Ya Allah, direct our hearts to you. Ya Allah, direct our hearts to you. Ya Allah, direct our hearts to you. Ya Allah, direct our efforts towards your pleasure. Direct our efforts towards your pleasure. Ya Allah, make us a people who are guided and who you guide through. Ya Allah, guide people to Islam through us, and do not let us be amongst the misguided. Ya Allah, protect our masajid. Ya Allah, protect our institutions. Ya Allah, protect our mashayikh. Ya Allah, protect our activists. Ya Allah, protect our volunteers. Ya Allah, protect all of those that seek to do good work. Ya Allah, protect them against those that wish them harm and evil. Ya Rabbil Alameen. And Ya Allah, where our enemies wish to uproot us, Ya Allah, firmly plant our efforts. Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, foil the plans of our oppressors and let their plans come back and backfire against them. Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, allow their plans to backfire. Ya Allah, allow their plans to backfire. Ya Allah, allow their plans to backfire. And Ya Allah, as this month of Ramadan starts to flee from us, Ya Allah, as we start to bid farewell to this month, Ya Allah, we ask you for husn al-khitam. We ask you for a good ending, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, we ask you for a good ending. Ya Allah, let the best state of our iman be the last moments of our life here. Ya Allah, let the best of our deeds be the last of them. Ya Allah, and let the best of our days be the day that we meet you, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, we ask you to allow us to die upon La ilaha illallah. We ask you to die upon La ilaha illallah. We ask you that we die upon the best of our deeds. We ask you, O Allah, that you take us only when you are most pleased with us, Ya Rabbil Alameen. And we ask you, O Allah, that you protect us from the punishment of the grave. Ya Allah, let our graves be gardens of paradise and not chambers of the fire. And we ask you, O Allah, to plant our feet firm on the day of judgment. Ya Allah, as you've gathered us here in your masajid, Ya Allah, gather us under your throne on the day of judgment. Grant us your shade on a day when there is no shade except for yours, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, we ask you for your shade on a day in which there is no shade except for yours, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, and we ask you to enter us into Jannah without any questioning and any accountability, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, make us amongst those who receive their books in the right hand. Make us amongst those who pass through the station of the Mizan quickly. Ya Allah, make us amongst those who are firm on the Sirat and who pass over it quickly. Ya Allah, as we ask you to make our feet firm on your path in this life, Ya Allah, grant us firmness upon the Sirat in the next. Ya Allah, and as you ask us to let us pass through without any harm, especially to our religion in this life, Ya Allah, allow us to pass over the Sirat without any harm from the fire, Ya Rabbil Alameen. And Ya Allah, as we ask you to allow us to enter into Jannah and to pass us through the qantara, to pass us through the moments where there are issues that are resolved between brothers and sisters, Ya Allah, allow us to resolve those issues here, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Remove from us those grudges here, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, in this month of forgiveness, we ask you to forgive us and to grant us the capacity to forgive, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, remove from us those difficult wounds, Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, cure us from our deepest wounds, Ya Rabbil Alameen, and make that all for your sake, Ya Rabbil Alameen. And Ya Allah, we ask you to join us with our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Ya Allah, put in our hearts the love of your Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Ya Allah, we didn't have the opportunity to be with our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam in this life, so do not deprive us of his companionship in the next. Ya Allah, we didn't get to be with our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam when he received the Qur'an in this life. Ya Allah, let us be with the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam with the Qur'an as our companion in the next. Ya Allah, we didn't get to enjoy his companionship. Ya Allah, we didn't get to see him smile. Ya Allah, allow him to be amongst the first to smile at us when we pass away from this life. Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, allow us to be greeted with the Prophet ﷺ and with the righteous souls. Let them come to us with even more joy than our long lost ones in this life. Ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, we ask you for the best ending of Ramadan. We ask you for the best ending of our lives. Ya Allah, if this is the last time you've decreed for us Laylatul Qadr, Ya Allah, do not deprive us of its reward. And Ya Allah, do not deprive us of the reward we intend to seek time and time again. Ya Allah, we ask you, Ya Allah, we ask you, Ya Allah, to grant us the reward of every Ramadan we've ever fasted, and every Ramadan we intend to fast, and every Laylatul Qadr we have prayed, and every Laylatul Qadr we intended to pray. Ya Allah, if there were moments in these last 10 nights that something slipped, Ya Allah, do not make us amongst the deprived. Ya Allah, if there are moments in our siyam that caused us to slip, Ya Allah, do not make us amongst the deprived. Ya Allah, just like you overlook the shortcomings in every other area of our lives, Ya Allah, overlook our shortcomings in our siyam, overlook our shortcomings in our qiyam. Ya Allah, we ask you this, and we ask you for your forgiveness. Allahumma innaka afuun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anna. And we ask you, O Allah, to send your peace and blessings upon our Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who you sent as a manifestation of your mercy. And we ask you, O Allah, to join us with our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to join us with those prophets, to join us with those siddiqeen, to join us with the martyrs of Gaza, with the martyrs from all over the world. Ya Allah, we ask you to join us with the righteous. And we ask you, O Allah, that everything that doesn't resemble righteousness be removed from our lives, Ya Rabbil Alameen. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على عبدك ورسولك محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم آمين.